If everything falls into place, Philippines were about to have possibly the most unforgettable basketball long weekend of our lives. Yan ay kung matupad lahat ng ating mga pinapangarap, yung pinaghirapan ng ating national team at yung pinagdadasal ng basketball fans all over the country. Magandang gabi po. We are coming to you live from the Mall of Asia Arena. Nico Halili, flanked by, of course, Benji Para sa Tower of Power and Richard Del Rosario. And we're almost ready to start this quarterfinal game between the Philippines and Kazakhstan. Gentlemen, ito na. We are in a knockout quarterfinal round.
Ito na nga yung pinag-aabangan natin, no? Dahil, kumbaga, ito yung pinaplano natin. This is the route that we wanted to take. After the first round, second round, ito number 1 tayo sa bracket natin. Mga kalaban natin, number 4, which is Kazakhstan. So tingnan natin, sana yung plano natin going to this tournament ay matupad at makapasok tayo sa semifinals.
Benji? Yes? Can you feel the electricity inside the Mall of Asia Arena?
Ay, sobra. Kung nagkataon lang katabi ko sa kanila, malamang para ako nasa electric chair. Pero ito yung sinasabi nga natin na oo, masarap manood sa TV, pero pag andito ka, mararamdaman mo talaga yung presence at yung suporta ng mga Pilipino.
Okay, we are moments away from yet another historic basketball night inside the Mall of Asia Arena. We'd like to thank you for joining our live coverage dito sa Sports 5. Nico Halili with Richard Del Rosario and the Tower of Power. Benji Para. Sabi, you can feel the excitement and the electricity and the... Alam mo, totoo yung sinasabi nila kay Benji.
Ano?
Lumobo na yung ulo ni Benji.
Oo nga eh. Alam mo,
Ano yung pinag-uusapan nyo?
sana yung mga player natin hindi sa tularan. Sana sila walang toyo.
Oy, nakikisabay lang ako dito.
Okay.
Dahil pagkatapos ito, mag-cheer ako.
Ayan, tama.
Para sa Pilipinas. Oh. Benji. Yan.
Kita mo naman, ha?
Okay, it is Philippines against Kazakhstan. And now we send you at courtside. Magumar John and Jason Webb will handle the call for tonight. It's Philippines versus Kazakhstan.
The head coach from the Philippines, Vincent Sean Reyes. We'd like to request everyone in the venue to please rise for the national anthems of both teams, starting first with Kazakhstan. Please remain standing for the Philippine National Anthem. This game, referee from Kuwait, Mohammed Al-Amiri, up by 1 for India.
All the months of preparation, all the years of wanting and praying, all boil down to this. Ang laban na inaabangan ng buong bayan. 40 minutes of what should be top-notch basketball, 4 quarters to determine if our dream lives on. Ito na po ang knockout quarterfinal stage ng 2013 FIBA Asia Championships. ang ating sariling Gilas Pilipinas dadaan dito sa Republic of Kazakhstan. Welcome inside the Mall of Asia Arena para sa Sports 5 coverage natin dito sa TV5. Mag-umarjan po, kasama natin si Jason Webb, and just telling everybody about the magnitude of what this ball game means to the landscape of Philippine basketball and maybe to our nation. Baka understatement pa rin kahit ipaliwanag natin.
I think there's two things you talk about, magnitude and importance. For many of the players and for many of the fans as well, nanonood sa atin sa bahay and they're here. This is probably the biggest game that they've ever seen in terms of magnitude and importance. It's been decades since nagkaroon ng pagkakataon ng Pilipinas to go forward in the FIBA Asia. Now we're in the knockout stages. And para sa Gilas Pilipinas, this is the biggest game to date. And we're hoping, sabi mo nga, panaginip, we're hoping that the dream continues, the dream towards FIBA Asia or the World Cup.
At para maintindihan natin what to expect in these 40 minutes of intense basketball, subukan nating himayin ang mga numero na pinakita na magkabilang koponan throughout the past week.
You see the Philippines is a better scoring team compared to Kazakhstan. We shoot better. Here's the key. Three-point shooting. Three-point shooting, ang para din sa Kazakhstan, ang tumitira dyan madalas si Jerry Johnson at saka si Rustam Yarkayev. But they don't shoot it at a very good clip. 27%, 29%. Tayo, ang dami natin mga scorers that are shooting at more than 50%. So that's going to be a key for us. Three-point shooting, we have to continue to hit ours and we have to be able to contest theirs because it's been such a weapon for us. Then let's jump over. I think this is going to be very important. Tingnan natin dyan yung pangalawa sa ilalim, which is turnovers. Kazakhstan averages 15.6 turnovers compared to only 11 para sa Pilipinas. Those turnovers, those 15.6, what that tells me is if you actually make it difficult for anybody other than Jerry Johnson, you put pressure on the other guys, they are susceptible to turning the ball over. And when they turn the ball over, yan yung pagkakataon para sa Pilipinas to actually use our quickness, which has been one of our main weapons.
Speaking of Jerry Johnson, ang imamatchup natin sa kanila here tonight, none other than the blur Jason Castro Williams.
Jerry Johnson first. Let's talk about him. He's the guy to your right. Ang importante dito kay Jerry Johnson, or ang nakikita natin dito, he makes everything happen para sa Kazakhstan. He's a guy that leads them in terms of assists, in terms of scoring. Siya pa rin ang gumagawa dyan. So a majority of what they do actually revolves around Jerry Johnson. What we expect from our boys, especially from that point guard position, and what we're hoping for is ma-pressure or hayaan na hindi mahawakan ng bola ito si Jerry Johnson just in case he gets it. And you look at what we're starting off here. L.A. Tenorio is going to go at the point guard. He's probably our best two-way player in terms of defense, offense. So, importante dito, set the tone na hindi makasimula ito si Jerry Johnson. Hayaan natin yung iba ang mag-create because they're not as good a creating team or players compared to Jerry Johnson. Just going back to the top. Jerry Johnson, 6 assists. The next guy, pagkatapos niya, 2 assists lamang. So, ibig sabihin, hindi sila masyadong adept at creating for their teammates.
Jason, nung huli nating nakita ang ating Gilas Pilipinas, not everybody was impressed with that win over Hong Kong. Pero nanggagaling tayo sa day off. Nung huling nagka-day off tayo dito sa FIBA Asia Championships, kinulpi ng Pilipinas ang Japan. How important was yesterday in terms of how we went here today?
Alam na natin, meron tayong mga players that are injured. It gave them an opportunity to heal, to rest. But also more importantly, these are all PBA players. Ang sanay na schedule ng PBA player is laro ng isang araw, break susunod na araw, tapos laro ulit. So this is nothing new to them. It is more of how they're wired.
As this ball game is now underway, nakaputi po ang ating Gilas Pilipinas, naka-light blue naman ang Kazakhstan. Outed with the leather, gets it over to Norway, kasama nila si Tenorio, increase in chance. Cross-burst ball inside the MOA Arena.
Good ball movement para sa Pilipinas. That's what we're going to need to do. And good pressure defense. I like the start of the Philippines when they put in a lot of pressure defense.
Johnson attacking that baseline. Norwood ang nakatao sa kanya. Kazakhstan couldn't get into their set. Look at the scrambling defense of Gilas. Meron galang foul na napulot sa pagkakataon na yun. Fingers whistled for that personal foul. Inbound from the baseline para dito sa Kazakhstan. Johnson is in motion but they go to their big man. Bondarovic has 8 seconds to work with. Gets it out to his guard. Back to Bondarovic. Attacking. Doubted. The jump ball. Patay ang butiki doon. Tenorio looking to push the action. Teniente sees a crack in the defense. Out the game. Here's Jeff for a three. Look at LA underneath. What effort being displayed here by our national team.
After 59 seconds, you can see that the way the Philippines is playing, malayo-malayo doon sa nakita natin doon sa huling laro. This is more of what we want to see and what they're really capable of doing.
Ito yung kinakatakutan natin dyan, si Ponomarev. Gets it back over to his guard, Sultanov. They go to the left side. Sultanov na naman, pupukol ng tres. Oh! He buries that one over LA.
Sultanov, one of those guys, has not really taken a lot of three-pointers. He's taken 18 so far, around about that number, but he's actually one of the more, in terms of average, mas maganda yung tira niya kumpara doon sa iba. He's above 30%.
Atid sa inyo ng Meralco, may liwanag ng bukas. Being this over to LA, papawi ng tres. Pop! Shot! Go! Atid din sa inyo ng Meralco, may liwanag ng bukas.
And they're carrying a good game that he had against Hong Kong.
Johnson sa kabilang dulo. Hulog ka! Saan ka pupunta? Doubted though in trouble. LA gets it across. LA out to John. Here's a three. Atin pa rin sa atin na Meralco. Ang liwanag ng bukas.
And this crowd, pagsimula pa lang ng laro, they were actually doing the way 15 minutes ago, looking for something to cheer for, and the Philippines definitely giving them something to cheer for.
Sultanov gustong bumawi. Nasaraduan siya ng pinto. Shot clock is at 3. Holding na naman ni Marcus yun. Tenorio out to Chan on the breakout. Gabe is running with him. Jeff will go all the way. That is now an 8-0 run. Galing sa Gilas, Pilipinas, and everybody inside the Mo Arena now up on their feet. Timeout para sa Kazakhstan. Electric inside the arena as we take a look at this rain or shine defensive play of the quarter. Brought to us by Rain or Shine courtesy of Semi-Gloss Finish 36 paint. Your best defense against dirt on walls.
Speaking of defense, yung depensa ng Pilipinas, LA saying that it's already 16 seconds. But ang rule dito actually kailangan 15. Oh, that's right there. That's 8 seconds.
There you go. 8-second violation.
That rule is that if it actually says 16, that means that it is still less than 8 seconds. Kailangan tumapak siya ng 15 para maging 8-second violation siya.
Gilas, Pilipinas in the midst of an 8-0 run. Tapos tayo malamangan at 3-2. Norwood used to be.
And that's what Cape Norwood did. Best defensive stopper plays against the best scorer of the opposing team, and then nakakaambag pa rin siya on the offensive end.
Norwood doing a little bit of everything. Actually, a whole lot of everything para dito sa Gilas, Pilipinas. As pinasok na ng Kazakhstan yung number 7 nila, si Mikhail. And he finally breaks the silence para dito sa Kazakhs.
Yeah, and that's what we expected from them. They're a bruising team. They're a big team, a strong team.
Tutukan natin yan si Mikhail, averaging just under 13 points and more than 6 rebounds per contest para sa kanila as Jeff John couldn't break free. Outed against Mikhail. Katawanan ng ating labanan. He's tied up. Ponomarev picks up that level. Pero nasaktan doon na si Mikhail. Iniinta niya yung kanyang dibdib. Sultanov gets them set. Sultanov looking for Yargalyev. Over to... Ayun, Yargalyev na nga ang bola. Pirasong opening lang kailangan, Jason. Pasok na.
Yeah, that's the guy that we were saying that does shoot from the outside. Si Rustam Yargalyev. And he took it a little bit closer. So, timeout ng coach ng Kazakhstan has done well. They've got into a little bit of a groove here after that timeout.
Pero lima pa rin ang nabantay ng Gilas, Pilipinas. Here's Doughton at the post. Attacking once again, itong si Mikhail.
Last 2 plays, Philippines actually going to Marcus Doughton. But when we went to Doughton, hindi gumagalaw yung mga ibang mga players.
Tinetesting pa agad natin yung number 7 and he actually missed the last game. Para dito, as Pingris throws it down on the run, much in light of his family and attendance.
You know, that's the thing with the Philippines. We can attack from the outside and then we can use our quickness. Mark Finger simply outworking. Yung pumapatay sa kanya.
Johnson, nawala si Ping sa depensa, losing his footing. Ponomarev over to Johnson once again. Now Pingris and Norwood connive on him. Yargaliev, the leader doesn't work. Tenorio ends up with the leather. LA gets it to game. Beautiful pass coming from John.
How big has our fast break been? The best time tumatakbo. Starts out with good defense and then a good push right after that.
16-7 nasa ating talaan. Abante na naman tayo by 9 points. Second case of that much of a lead. Johnson against Starwood. Pick from Mikhail. Napatid. Johnson on the way in.
What an effort by the first unit of the Philippines, Magu. Ito nakita natin, first of all, fast break mula kay Mark Pingris. And then after that, kita ulit natin another chance right here. Now it's a 3-on-1 situation. Philippines, this first unit just using their quickness. At kita natin, you know, because of the depth of the Philippines, you're allowed that space na you play hard for about 5 minutes, pwede ka magpahinga, hindi ka naman mawawalan masyado ng talent pagkatapos nun.
Pero how welcome is this change, Jason? There have been games, a lot of them here, over the last week na come from behind palagi ang laro natin dahil nauunahan tayo ng mga kalaban.
So that's what you want to see. Every time we have led in the quarter, to start the first quarter, I believe we've won all of those games.
Chan on the move. Looking for Dalvin. Broken up though by the Kazakhs. Here comes Johnson sa kabilang dulo.
Philippines has done a good job on Johnson so far.
Castro naman ang naka-assign sa kanya. Pinalitan si Norwood. Klimov couldn't pull the trigger. They go to Ponomarev. Pingris on him. Ponomarev using that spin. Big pivot, rebounded by Dalvin.
Now, Ponomarev is a guy who's sinasabi na actually NBA scouts pagdating pa daw before. And you can see he's got a pretty good skill set.
Tenorio launches it. Not that time around. But Johnson, though, immediately being bothered here by Jason Castro. He goes to the corner to Klimov. Overshoots the mark. Gilas on the run. Chepchan. Easy to points.
7 points para dito kay Jeff Chan. And again, another layup because right now the Philippines, simply put, outworking the Kazakhs on both ends of the court.
Metal to the metal. Basketball being displayed here by our Gilas boys. Ponomarev, iiwan yung bola. Pupunta sila sa kaliwa kay Klimov. Hook attack na kay Dalvin. Lapchenko. Harap-harapan yun. He actually bobbled before he tried to square up with that jumper.
Well, at this point, almost the entire first unit on the bench. Actually, they're going to be all on the bench now. And they deserve the hand that they're getting right now dahil ibang klase yung pinaro ng first unit na yun para sa Gilas Pilipinas.
Pati dito sa kabila, si Johnson na lang yata naiwan sa kanilang starting unit. Para dito sa Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan sitting on a 2-3 zone here. Castro out to Gary. Gary David Murray's his first attempt. Panikta sa 14 ang abante ng Gilas. Hindi makabawi si Johnson. Look at Chapin. Sky high for the rebound. Here comes Castro once again. He will shoot the line for 2 shots. Yung 3-point shot ni Gary David at sa atin ng Meralco. Ang liwanag ng bukas. Here's another look at it, Jason.
Gary David, and just give credit to Jason Castro setting that up. And right now with that 2-3 zone of the Kazakhs, they're actually napakaganda niyan para sa atin because we're actually set up pretty well for that zone. Other than maybe Jason Castro, ang mangyayari dyan, you know, Gary David and LA, they're just gonna burn that zone and eksakto nandyan pa sila ni Bill sa loob.
Castro makes it 23-7. Gilas Pilipinas with the pressure here. Coming up on the 2-minute warning ng ating opening quarter. Traffic dito sa loob. Para dito sa Kazakhstan, Castro looks up, finds Gary. He launches another one.
Entire MOA, the entire Philippines, inaantay ang pagsabog ni El Granada, and he just launched 2 3-pointers in this first quarter, which has been a great first quarter para sa Pilipinas.
This is now a tournament best 6-point performance na para kay El Granada. Aba, ilang minuto pa lang naglalaro. Etong si David. Manidel will line it up.
Shooting para sa Pilipinas so far, napakainit.
Ganun lang, 19 na agad ang abante ng Gilas Pilipinas. Pero Kazakhstan, back-to-back threes din ang sinunod sa atin.
Like we said, on the onset of this broadcast, that 3-point shot is going to be huge.
Castro to the corner. Wanna share service, gets it over to David. Here's another one.
El Granada is upset because ito ang tagal inantay, and the crowd actually has carried him through the cold days. Pero ito, sinusuklian na ni Gary David ang crowd dito sa MOA.
Johnson loses it. Merong foul na nasile for kicking violation. 3 for 3 para dito kay Gary. Are we gonna be witnesses, Jason? Is this gonna be one of those nights para dito kay David? Is it gonna be legend Gary para kay El Granada? Sa rebound play, merong foul.
Only the third team foul para sa Pilipinas. One of the things that we've done excellent here in the first quarter is we've gotten to a defense na madalas tayo nagfa-foul. Dito sa quarter na to, only 3 team fouls, and we played excellent defense.
Klimov to the baseline. Latchenko nakanakaw. 32-15 is the score. Last attempt for the first quarter. Gary na naman. Not that time around. Jay, kung pumasok yun, baka natanggal ang bubog ng MOA Arena. But what a first quarter. We put up 32 on the board. 15 puntos lang din ang pinamigay ng Gilas Pilipinas. Gary David off the bench. Curry's one triple after another. Nakatatlo po si El Granada to really help Gilas pull away. Second quarter coming up sa aming pagbabalik dito sa TV5. Back inside Mall of Asia Arena kung saan 17 puntos na ang puhunang nabuo ng Gilas Pilipinas kontra Kazakstan sa pagbubukas ng second quarter. Pero sa puntong ito, Jason, sali muna natin sa ating kwento si Miss Erica Padilla.
Kasama ko po ngayon ang ating basketball super couple na si JC Ental at Miss Bianca Gonzalez. JC, nakalaban niyo na ang Kazakstan sa inyong tune-up game, di ba? Ano masasabi mo sa klase ng laro meron sila?
Actually, Bernie,
Ano sa observation mo, ano ang masasabi mo tungkol sa laro ng Kazakstan?
Kazakhstan is a very, very big team. I guess great start for the Philippines because they're hot shooting talaga, especially Gary. Pero skill-wise kasi nakikita ko mas angat ang Philippines talaga.
So yun naman, Miss Bianca, how do you feel being part of this big celebration as we are accommodating this FIBA Asia for the first time?
Oh, I always watch live on TV, pero first time ko sa arena, hirap na ako ng tickets. And then on TV, sobra yung energy. Dito pala talaga nice pa. Sobrang saya.
JC, why don't we invite everybody again na ay nabigyan ng suporta ang Gilas Pilipinas hanggang makapunta tayo sa championship?
To all the Filipino fans, manood po tayo sa TV or live or any Laban Pilipinas, talagang kaya-kaya natin to.
Thank you so much, JC and Miss Bianca. Balik sa inyo dyan.
Thank you, Erica. Sang minuto na lumilipas sa ating second quarter. Gilas Pilipinas sitting on a 35-18 lead. Binanggit na ni JC, Jason, yung hot shooting ng Gilas, was that all o meron pa bang ibang factor? Kaya tayo lamang ng ganito
No,
talaga.
it started with defense. We only gave up 17 points. We got 15 points in the first quarter. And when we actually averaged a lot of possessions because we pushed the basketball and to limit teams to under 20, which is our target. And napakalaking bagay doon. Then you complete that with a hot shooting. And that's why we're able to get that 17-point lead. But watch out because actually the Kazakhs have shot well from the third minute of the first quarter up to now. Doon sa 3-point range. Nakabata rin sila 55%.
Sigolin buried that last nipple. As Gary David brings in the double figures. 37-21 ang nasa ating talaan. 16 po ang abante ng Gilas Pilipinas.
That's the beauty of the Philippines. On any given day, any guy can create and make a difference. Today it's been Gary David with 11 points.
Traffic sa sarili niyang kakampi. Ito si Murza Kalyev. Si Bonasher atake na sa kabilang dulo.
Also remember, the Kazakhs have never played a game of this magnitude at saka ganitong karami.
Marcus Dalton buries it from the outside. Balik sa 18 ang kailangan punuin dito ng Kazakhstan. Sigolin with 11. They look for the open man. Oh, nice up and under dun sa kabilang dulo. Murza Kalyev with the getaway. Castro kick out. David for 3. Bump though sa pagkakataong yun by Klimov. Vladchenko makes us pay.
Gotta tighten up our defense. You see a number of times now the Kazakhs have already have done so much better offensively here. 10 points already for them in this quarter, and we've only done 3 minutes and change here in the second.
We go to the corner. David on the move. Kick out pass to Castro. Chapet puts it on the floor. Looking for Bonasher. Larry had to put it up because of the shot clock. Sultanov nagmamadali dito sa kabilang dulo. Klimov against David. Goes over to Vladchenko. Bonasher para sa rebound. This time around, hindi pinipituhan yung mga ganong klaseng tamaan, ano?
And this is more than what we...
Japet. Gustong pasabugin ang buong Boa Arena. Ano binabanggit mo? Ito yung mas nakasanayan nating klase ng pituhan, Jason.
Well, when you speak of international play, this is what you expect. As you see here, you jump it. The thing is, if you come from that position, you can't do a 1-2 coming from a stand-up position in the FIBA.
Norwood back on the floor to try and hound etong si Johnson. Mikaeli binalik na rin ang Kazakhstan. Dalton should be traveling. Yun na nga, ang binito doon.
Para sa Kazakhstan, marami silang malalaki pero wala sila nung 7-footer, yung malaking malaki. Their center is actually shorter than Marcus Doughtit pero mas malapad.
14 ang abante. Ang Gilas Pilipinas. David on the move. David on the fadeaway. 13 points para kay El Granada.
They're tasked to score and Gary comes in and he's got that mindset today. It's going in and you can see oozing with confidence in this game.
Mula sa kanto, babawi ng 3. Etong si Klimov. Ating sa atin ang Meralco. Ang liwanag ng bukas.
And they continue to just stay near us, the Kazakhs. We pushed the lead up to 19 earlier, but right now they've been able to manage it in that 14 and under range for most of this quarter.
Alapa gets it back over to Doughtit, the 14-footer. Too strong. Miguel for the rebound. Johnson on the move. Nangangalahati na ang ating second quarter. Sigolin finding Miguel. They touch it to the outside. Klimov rattles this one home.
In a game, you have peaks and valleys, and right now, the Philippines, when we started out on peaks. Right now, defensively, we're in a little valley right now. Now it's up to us to be able to contain that and make sure yung run ng Kazakhstan ay hindi hahaba pa. That's why Coach Chon Reyes is calling his timeout.
the Mall of Asia Arena. Nahanap na natin si Miss Yula Caballero para sa ating Ngiting Happy, Ngiting Pinoy. 41-31 Jason, bumaba sa 10 ang abante ng Gilas Pilipinas, kaya naman medyo worried si Kuya Dudes sa pagkakataon niya.
And it's also going to be the possession of the Kazakhs because after that basket was made, napituhan pa tayo ng loose ball foul.
The ball is with Kazakhstan. Biggest lead was 19 back in quarter number 1. Here's a 3 once again. Hindi tumama sa pagkakataon niya. Jeff Chan back on the floor. Chan was part of the starting unit that got us a sizable lead before the breakaway by Gary David. Jeff Chan in and out.
But that's just good ball movement para sa Pilipinas. You can own that's the only thing you can hope for. Create an open look for the players that are able to make that shot.
Yevgeny attacking Jimmy. The left-handed layup is good. And some commotion underneath. Mikhail and Pingris getting entangled. Tinamaan si Ping kaya nagalit. Itong number 7.
Keep our head in the game. These are the little things that we don't want to happen. Looks like we're going to get called for a foul and maybe even a technical. And you can see that lead is shrinking. Remember, tayo nga yung dapat may poise dito dahil mas experienced ang mga players natin. So these are the things that we want to avoid.
Bossing. Nagalit mo si Bossing, ha? Hindi ka mamapamag-chuk-chuk niya. Number 7, Mikhail. Alam mo, doon pa lang sa bigdong yung tune-up game natin to, Jason. Yung si Mikhail na yung naging fill-in para dito sa Kazakhstan.
Let's see what happens right here. May have happened much earlier.
Dito yan. Ayun, tinechnical si Mark Pingris. And then pinalakpakan pa siya ng number 7. 41-32 is the score. Kazakhstan now within just 9 points. Johnson, no. Norwood for the rebound. Norwood over to Chan. Alapag nakita si Japet. Hinahanap si Dautit doon sa poste. Dautit looking to attack. Picks up the foul.
That's a good job on the part of Marcus Dautit. That's what you call experience. Defender just closing in a little bit too tight and able to get his hands underneath the defender. See right there, he has his hand on his hip. And Marcus does the right thing. You go underneath that arm, very much like what Kevin Durant does, very much like what Kobe does.
As Sports 5 would like to thank the Mall of Asia Arena for all of their support.
Itong mga puntos na to, kailangan natin. It's been a while since actually we put some points on the board. But one thing that we have to do better at in this quarter is really on the defensive end.
Johnson being bothered here by Norwood. 2 picks to choose from. He goes to the left side. Inabot kay Yargaliev. They go to the outside shot once again. Jimmy, sky high for the rebound, and he pushes the action. Alapag to Chapin. And Aguilar will through to the line for 2 shots.
Credit that opportunity to Jimmy Alapag because the moment he got the rebound, he put his head down and he said, oh, sige, balik tayo sa ginagawa nating tama kanina. Why did we get a big lead earlier? Because we pushed the ball and we were able to execute those fast breaks.
Chapin looking to add to this 10-point lead. Aguilar takes care of the first. Averaging just under 5 points per ball game. Pero maganda dito, Jason. Halos 60% shooting siya from the field. And he's only taken 1 3-point shot all tournament long. Piling-pili yung tira niya. Hindi siya nagsasayang ng pagkakataon.
Many people believe such a revelation as Japet for this tournament because maybe not that much expected from him, but no matter what was expected, he's far and above done more than what was expected from him.
Actually, if you will believe the story, siya pa yung naging pan-12th man ng team na kumuntikan makatsudyapit, pero he made the team and he proved that he deserves to be on this squad. Less than 3 minutes bago tayo bumalik sa Sports 5 Center with Nico Lini, Richard Del Rosario, and the Tower of Power, Benji Parras. Alapag with the leather. Shot clock is at 8. Dalton will offer the pick. Alapag launches one. No go. Ponomarev for the rebound. Johnson stepping on the gas all the way to the hole.
Lead down to single digits. You see the Philippines here in this quarter not playing as well, but you can see that the effort is there. Not there though.
Lacking in effort dun sa pagkakataon lang na yun. 8 na lang ang inahabol dito. Ang Kazakstan, may foul pa kaya gila.
And effort is a key word because the last two plays, kung kanina sa first quarter, tayo kumukuha ng puntos dun sa fast break. Dahil inuna natin, mas meron tayong higit dun sa opensa. Ngayon, baliktad na baliktad. It's actually the Kazakhs that are actually pushing the basketball and getting points from their fast break attempts.
Ponomarev taking care of that first free throw as we take another look at yung coast-to-coast kanina lang neto ni Jerry Johnson. Ponomarev, 9 points, 9 rebounds per contest para dito sa Kazakhstan. But he's only shooting 2 of 15 from the three-point line in the tournament. Sana magpatuloy na ganyan yan na hindi siya dito pumutok. Sabay pressure in the backcourt as Kazakhstan is now within 6. Sean gets it over to Japet. Downs it. Throw it down.
If the teams put pressure on us, there's so many guys that can actually bring the basketball up para sa Team Philippines.
Pagkakataon yun yan, 2 pasa lang ang ating ginamit. Para makakuha yung count. Downs it. Tataplisan yun. Castro is fouled by Johnson. Chan maglalabas. Castro asking for that pick. Thousand obliges. They go to the corner for Gabe. Norwood Curry's the team one. That restores a double-digit lead para sa Gilas.
Actually, it's supposed to be inbounded from the baseline. But you see the offense of the Philippines so much better when we're able to start off in an aggressive manner. Right there, you can see umatake agad si Jason Castro, went to the paint, and the defense has to react, and you get open looks.
Johnson to Ponomarev. They look to go to the post. Ponomarev though, wanting to attack by himself. Traveling na yun. We take a look at this Rain or Shine best defensive play of the quarter, brought to us by Rain or Shine Third Shield semi-gloss finish, dirt resisting paint, your best defense against dirt on walls. Gilas Pilipinas looking to finish strong after Kazakhstan has come on strong dito sa ating second frame. Douthit battling for position. 5 to shoot para sa Gilas. Castro for 3. No. Klimov para sa rebound. Johnson will get it across. Wala na po 1 minuto natin tira sa ating first half. Johnson nakikipagsayo kay Castro. Big pick from Bondarovic. Japet with a rebound. Here comes Japchan. Philippines can actually go for 2 for 1. Castro di discarte. Castro sees a crack. Pero yung pasa niya a little too hot. Tatapik naman ng taga-Kazakstan bago lumabas ang ball. Timeout muna para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Up by 11 with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena kung saan pati ang ating mga PBA players ay nakatutok dito sa laban ng Gilas Pilipinas. Tandaan natin, Jason, na sa Miyerkules na, August 14, dito rin sa MOA Arena and over IBC magbubukas na ang Governor's Cup ng ating Philippine Basketball Association. 5 seconds to shoot para sa Gilas. They go up looking for Japet, but there's a foul on Johnson trying to box him out of position. Their coach is going bananas on the sideline. That's a lot of leniency na wawarningan pa dito.
Yeah, but to be fair, actually, it was a bad angle for the referee to be calling that foul because he was actually behind both Aguilar and Johnson. You look at this play and it seems that he didn't actually touch it. But right there, actually did. He actually got under him, and it's actually a good call on the part of the referee.
Umatras eh, may half step siyang paatras.
That last step, yun yung nagpatras para dito, nagpatras kay Japet.
Sayang, he would have already been bothering Japet's position. Pero ayos lang, buti napatras siya. Aguilar makes him pay. Balik sa 14 ang abante, or 13 rather, ang abante ng Gilas Pilipinas. Sultanov back on the floor para dito sa Kazakstan. They look to put the last save in the ating first half. Ponomarev with the pick. Oh, they drop it off to the pick. Oh, drop it with a block. But Ponomarev is there to clean it up. That'll do it. For the first 20 minutes of action, 51-40 ang nasa ating talaan. Gilas Pilipinas, ibabaon nga yung 11 puntos na kalamangan. Let's see what happens from the second half. Pero bago yan, Sports 5 Center muna tayo sa back on the floor of the Mall of Asia Arena kung saan ang Gilas Pilipinas has first crack at the basket after leading by as much as 19. Back in the first half, nagsettle tayo sa 11 puntos na kalamangan. Mag-umarjan kasama natin si Jason Webb. Paano nangyari to, Jason? How did we get to this point so far?
Shot so well in the first quarter, especially the energy, and we actually have the same starting unit here in the third quarter. Coach Shot hoping that guys like L.A. Tenorio that played such a good first quarter will have the same kind of third.
Chan lines up a three. Doesn't work. Sultanov and Tenorio get entangled. Foul whistle on Teniente. Barely a minute into the second half. Sultanov gets it over to Yangalyev. They go down low. Dowsett shutting the door. Pero nakagawa pa rin ng paraan to put up a shot rebounded by Norwood. Pingris pleading for it. Pero no line of sight. Here's Dowsett. Marcus kinakatawan ni Bondanovic.
It's just a personal first foul. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Norwood gets it over to Tenorio. Downs it back to LA. Kicks it out. Game for three. Punches it through.
L.A. Tenorio actually had a huge first quarter. He led that run to start off. He actually had the most rebounds outside of Marcus Doughted and also had lots of assists in that quarter.
3-point shot natin sa atin ng Meralco. Ang liwanag ng bukas. Yargaliev will miss. Downs it to Tenorio. LA inabangan si Marcus. LA will attack pero away from play. Ito si Bondarovic, kinapitan si Marcus Doughted.
Lots of players para dito sa Kazakhstan in foul trouble. You see there, number 14 si Bondarovic, tatlo na. Tapos si Johnson naman, tatlo na rin. So the number of them with 3.
Kaya bumalik na rin. Ito si Mikhail Yevstingneyev. Number 7 guy para dito sa Kazakhstan. Doughted will unleash one. Pingris battling with Ponomarev. Last touch of Ping sa pagkakataon na yun.
Actually, an opportunity here para sa Pilipinas to actually try to make this lead a little bit bigger because hindi nag-lead dito nga nag-start nito si Jerry Johnson, which is the main guy of the Kazakhs.
Sultanov with a miss. Tandaan natin ang Gilas Pilipinas 2 years ago ended up 4th place sa FIBA Asia Championship. With a win here tonight, we guarantee at least that we match that result. Of course, we want more. At least the top 3 for a ticket to Spain para sa Basketball World Cup. Klimov attacking Ping. Naipit to sa baseline. Stepping na yun.
Good job on the part of Mark Pingris shutting down that baseline, putting his foot right on that baseline. Kaya itong Klimov doon na siya tumaas sa labas.
Nirereklamo ba ng coach hindi outside o dapat foul? Siguro naman yung foul ang hinihingi niya, no? Outside na outside eh. 54-40. 14 ang gustong dagdagang kalamangan ng Gilas, Pilipinas. Forward to the left side. Out to Douthit. 7 to shoot para sa Pilipinas. Douthit against 2. Puts one up. No. Rebound. Ponomarev. Sultanov dito sa kabilang dulo. Sasalubungin ni Tenorio. Sultanov, where's he going? To the corner. Klimov for 3. Oh, go. Mikael para sa Liba.
They're getting that rebound. Well, one thing that's not falling that much anymore for them is that three-point shot because they actually shot so well from three-point range.
Klimov barrels into the defense of Pingris. That'll be the 4th personal foul dito kay John Mark Pingris. Chapi Tagalog checking back in. Para sa may foul trouble nga na Mark Pingris. Sabi ni Ping, siya lang ay inabot na siko sa mukha. Paano pa siya naging blocking doon? Klimov is at the line for 2 shots.
Still not bad para sa Pilipinas because that's only the first point that we've given up here in the third quarter.
So Shaigo Torman together with Chris Chu and Charles Chu. Klimov makes it a dozen-point deficit na lang para sa Kazakstan. Jabin against Ponomarev. Looking for John. Ayaw patanggapin. Ian Galiev. 13 foul na yan para dito sa Kazakstan. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the third.
Shot clock is already going down.
Gabe has 4 to work with. They go to Douthit. He's got to put it up, fading away. Douthit couldn't bail Gilas out. Nagkakataon ng Kazakhstan to come within 10. Maybe even 9 with a 3-point shot. Johnson against Tenorio. Forcing him to give it up. Outside jumper doesn't work. Norwood for the rebound. He pushes it up. Klimov all over him. He gives it up papunta kay Tenorio. Tenorio dun sa ilalim. Nice fake. So pasa niya. Kumakta. Ito si Jabin. Now Kazakhstan wants to talk things over. Down by 12. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the third. Ating Rain or Shine Dirt Shield Best Defensive Play of the Quarter brought to us by Rain or Shine Dirt Shield. Semi-gloss finish, dirt-resisting paint, your best defense against dirt on walls.
Actually, this score has been all about defense. 3 points pa lang ginagawa ng Pilipinas, only 2 para sa Kazakhstan.
Higit 4 na minuto na lumilipas dito sa third quarter na ito. Johnson, di maipagpag si Eli Tenorio. Ponomarev gets it over to the right. Klimov against John. He finds his big man in the middle. Ponomarev couldn't clean it up. John for the rebound. Forward over to Chan, looking for Douthit. They'll offer to pick. Jeff couldn't get free. Gets it back out. Douthit from the perimeter. JC Marcos minamalas na from that range. His last few attempts. Johnson, what a crossover! Everything but the shot.
Gotta run if you're the Philippines now. This is where you can get some points.
LA to Gabe. Ooh! Wanted to bring the pain. Kazakhstan dodging a huge bullet there, Jason.
That's what, that was the best opportunity for us in terms of scoring because hindi tayo nakakatakbo sa quarter nito. Kanina dun sa first half, we had 9 points out of turnovers and 10 faster break points. That's 19 points compared to only 6 from the Kazakhs. So that was our advantage. We haven't seen much of it here in the third.
Tenorio whistled for the foul. Papalitan siya dito ni Castro. And Gary David is re-entering this ball game. Papalitan si Jack Chan. Kazakhstan on the attack. Klimov from deep. off the glass, Jason. Wow.
And that's lucky, and they've been fairly lucky from three-point range today, especially him. You saw it right there. He's 4 out of 6 so far sa laro na to.
Castro looking to slice through. Stopping on a dime. What a pivot. Galing ng Jason Castro.
And fresh legs, and you can see parang kay Jason Castro, he came in there. It seems like Coach Sean said to him, "You have to be aggressive. We have to start getting into our feet into the paint." Exactly what Jason did.
Mikhail scores from underneath para dito sa Kazakhstan. Pang-apat na puntos pa lang yan para sa kanya. Aguilar looking for David. Gary puts his head down. 8 to work with. Step back jumper. David. No go. Kazakhstan off and running. Johnson to the baseline. Jumper no go. Castro for the board. Gilas looking to push it the other way. Are you surprised that itong Kazakhstan wanting to run with Gilas? Take another look at that last sequence coming from Jason Castro.
You know, it's basketball. When you get an opportunity to run and to score, especially when the ball is in the hands of Johnson, doon lang naman sila tumatakbo because siya talaga makaka-create. Other than that, if the ball is not in his hands, nakikita natin mas nagsiset up sila. Bigger lineup on the floor para sa Pilipinas in terms of, or rather, actually, smaller lineup dahil lumabas na rin pala si Dalvin.
Castro on the move, looking for Chapin. One dribble pull-up. Aguilar couldn't deliver. Underneath, Ranidel keeps it alive. Larry with a flyby. Bonachel's been waiting for that all night long. First basket of the game para kay Larry. Reinstating a dozen-point lead para sa Gilas.
Hardest shot to defend, 3-point shot after a rebound. Bakit? Dahil hindi pa alam ng mga defender kung nasaan yung mga players. And Larry with the patience to allow his defender to go by and get that open look.
Sakto, 3 minuto na titira sa ating third quarter. Ponomarev to Klimov. Johnson against Castro. Chapet bothers his reverse. Bonachet over to Castro. Bonachet free for the three. Klimov pushes it to Johnson. It's a 3-on-2. Klimov to the outside. Be ready yung kanyang shooter doon. Kazakhstan will reset this attack. Reach and foul whistle here on Gary David.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Ranidel whistled for the bump. Kanina first up, parang hindi tinatawag yung mga ganong klaseng bump.
That time, kita naman natin Johnson also be able to sell that call pretty well after the bump. And pinakita niya talaga na nabangga siya.
Penalty na ang Gilas Pilipinas. Two shots bibigay kay Jenny Johnson. He takes care of first. Silipin muna natin ang ating Bostik Super Bulkasil Tapal. Tapal play of the game brought to us by Bostik Super Bulkasil. Ang Tapal.
Credit sa Kazakh squad because we came out strong. A huge run wherein nakakuha tayo ng 19-point lead. But they were able to weather that storm. Now, it's on us to show them again, kaya pa natin ang isa pang malaking run because right now, teams are playing even at kumukuha ng konti at natatapisan yung panamangan natin ang Kazakhstan posible.
Teams of lesser character, Jason, tukod na nun. 19 tatambak sa'yo first quarter. Pero itong Kazakhstan battling back. Ranidel with a bailout. Couldn't hit the three.
Difference from first quarter to now. You look at this quarter, many times our shot clock's winding down. That shows that we're not as aggressive. In the first quarter, you can say in the first 15 seconds, we're already into our offense and getting good looks at the basket.
Yakaliev against David. Gets it to jump. Taken away by Castro. Doppler exploding to the basket.
That's been the setup. Good defense para makatakbo tayo. We mentioned it earlier. Fast break points, turnover points, laking bagay sa atin. Finally gets them here.
Finally, Gilas has put up 10 points here in the third. Pumatabang yung Chapet, inabot ni Panomaret. Chapet will lay it in. Excellent position on the part of
You can see it right there. The last two plays. What was it all about? Defense to offense. Lead us up to 14.
ating pagtutok dito sa 2013 FIBA Asia Championships kung saan ang depensa ng Gilas talagang nagsisigip na. It has translated into easy layups sa kanilang dulo on back-to-back occasions.
Exactly what the crowd is asking for. Defense, yan ang magdadala sa atin. And almost another turnover.
Pero less than 5 seconds na titira sa shot clock na itong Kazakstan.
Gotta be aware if you're the Philippines and you're hoping the Kazakhs are not aware of this.
Less than a minute naman natitira sa ating ikatlong yugto. Sultanov ang naglabas. Kahagis pa sana niya kay Ranidel. El Granada will have a walk in the park layup sa kanilang dulo.
6-0 run. Started off with good defense, and after that, what did it all lead to? Layups because of that defense ng Pilipinas.
Sultanov to Lapchenko. All board on that attempt. Gilas Pilipinas threatening to break away late in this third quarter. Chapet fouled by Lapchenko. And no choice, etong Kazakhstan kung hindi pabalikin kagad si Mikhail at si Johnson. Sasandaliin lang pahinga, lalo na ni Johnson.
His better players have to go back. And it's also important for Johnson to come back because they're going to have one more offensive opportunity here. He's hoping to get the ball in the hands of Johnson at makakuha ng puntos mula doon.
So Big J sending his prayers, sending his good vibes out para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Part of this mammoth crowd inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Aguilar splits. Last shot time nga para sa Kazakhstan. 66-49. Gilas abante ng 17. Miguel underneath low. Pagkakataon ng Gilas. Castro is fouled. Penalty na rin itong Kazakhstan.
Turns out to be an even bigger quarter para sa Pilipinas. Get to the Kazakhs going a little bit too early on offense. And that gives us an opportunity to get to the free throw line. That penalty sila.
Pinasok pa yung mga main guns ng Kazakhstan pero binilisan din nila nung nandit lang. Nag-backfire nga lang sa kanila. Pagkakataong ito, so Castro is at the line for 2 shots. Junmar Fajardo has been deployed here by Coach Chot Reyes.
Pretty easy to figure out Junmar Fajardo. He's the one with the long shorts.
Hindi, low waist din eh. Labas yung tag ng jersey. Castro splits. Now, Kazakhstan has to go quick. Johnson drops it off. Here's the three. No. Rebound na kanino. Matatapos na ang third quarter of action. So at the end of the first 30 minutes of action, it is Gilas Pilipinas up huge. How did we do it? Defense translating into easy offense. First it was Castro, then it was Aguilar. Sunod-sunod na layup yan para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Kaya naman abante tayo ng 18. Still a quarter away from keeping all of our basketball teams going into some 2013 FIBA Asian Championships. Jason, what should we expect from Kazakhstan and how do we stop it?
Well, for Kazakhstan now, you expect a little bit more pressure defense on their part because this is a huge lead at 16 points. And they're not a team that is actually built around that 3-point shot. Although they got lucky in that first quarter, we see that 3-point shot from Jason Castro. A little bit more of Johnson. You expect him to be pushing the ball a lot more here and really trying to dictate what their offense, where their offense is going to go.
3-point shot ni Jason Castro at sa atin ng Meralco ang liwanag ng bukas as we send it over to Erica Padilla.
Kasama ko po ngayon ang panibagong Music Business Unit Head ng TV5, Mr. Ogie Alcacid. Ano po ang pakiramdam na kasama kayo ng dumadagundong na crowd dito sa MOA Arena?
Ang saya dito. Grabe. Yung Kazakstan, masasaktan yan.
Ano na lang pong gusto nyo sabihin sa kanilang lahat para patuloy ang support ang ibigay para sa Gilas, Pilipinas?
Well, tuloy natin ang laban, no? Nakita nyo naman talagang tambak sila. Noong second third, medyo nawala ng rhythm. Pero ngayon, kahit kung ano yung pukul, pumapasok talaga. Kaya laban Pilipinas.
Anything you can do mo, masupport natin namin.
Yes, next Friday, may conference ako dito sa MOA. I write the songs dito po sa MOA next Friday, August 16. Sana po magkita-kita.
Lahat po kami susuporta sa inyo. Balik sa inyo dyan.
Thank you, Erica. Teka, na-stun tayo doon sa pangyayari dito dahil may unsportsmanlike foul na nakita ang ating officials after Gary David knocked in his 18th point of the game, Jason.
Gary David, we waited for this. And it did happen. And ito, meron pang gaya na nabanggit mo. There's actually an unsportsmanlike foul on Dimitri.
Klimov whistled for that one. Kita mo naman talaga, hindi lang tayo talagang buong sambayan ng Pilipino inantay ang pagsabog ni El Granada. Look at those numbers, Jason.
But you know, you gotta give it to the coaching staff as well as the crowd that continued to support Gary because he was 19% from the field up to that point.
75-51 is the score. Largest lead of the contest so far. Nadagdagan din po na share. Ando to si Ranidel. Oh! Swinging that elbow. That's another foul on Klimov. He did swing the elbow. Kahit si Agamulak, kitang-kita yung ginawa niya doon.
And that's back-to-back unsportsmanlike foul. See it right here.
Hindi pa sumusundot si Ranidel, ano? Ayun, nasermonan tuloy siya ng kanyang coach. Dahil pati coach niya nakita yung ginawa niya eh. He just committed an unsportsmanlike foul on defense kay Gary David. Sa kabilang dulo, nakuha mo na kayo rebound, nanigo ka pa sa mukha.
And that's the thing. We mentioned earlier, this is the biggest game that this unit, this Kazakhstan squad has ever played. And right now, some poise problems for some of their players.
Pwede ba yun si Gary David?
It has to be Ranidel.
Si Ranidel yung tinamaan eh, di ba? So Gary David is taking the free throws here. And Gilas Pilipinas starting to pull away, breaking this game wide open. Walang minuto na lang natitira.
Maguit started at about the 2-minute mark. The 2-minute mark when the lead was down to about 9 and 10 and it was playing around that region, and all of a sudden, ito lumobo na sa 26. So, you know, it's almost in this quarter alone, it is a 10-2 run.
Yung tatlong layup at the end of that third, ano? Really got things going para sa Gilas. Ranidel almost lost it. He goes to Japet. 8 seconds pa naman sa shot clock. Aguilar with a hooper. Bondarovic, ano yung pagagawin ko, coach? Lahat na ginawa niya. May napalubohan pa siya. And Bondarovic still looking over at his coach.
And frustration just starting to set in. On one end, you're being outplayed and outskilled by the Philippines. And right now, the Kazakhs on the opposing end, offensively and just trying to bang bodies. At napipiko na sila doon sa tawag. And also, with what the scoreline has become.
David. No No go that time around. Kazakhstan scrambling here, down by 28 points. Rustam goes cross court. Sigulin with steps. Bago pa mga mag-dribble. And now the last stand para sa Kazakhstan. Ponomarev being redeployed here. As Alapag likewise checks in kasabay si Jeff Chan para naman sa Pilipinas.
And that's the thing, para sa Pilipinas, and we've discussed this in length many times. It's just waves and waves of players that are of the same level. So kahit nagpapalit ka, yung dumadating rin, napagaling din ng mga shooter o napagaling din ng mga point guard.
Tanidel attacks out to Alapag. Jimmy has 4 to work with. They go to Jeff. He's got to put it up. Jeff fading away. Johnson surveys the floor. He's fouled by Alapag. Smart foul to get the defense all set up.
Jimmy knows it that, they have to get to their offense a little bit earlier. Got Jeff into a situation na wala na. Kailangan na lang siya gumawa ng paraan.
Tandaan natin, if Gilas Pilipinas hangs on in the last 6 minutes and change, makakalaban natin bukas dito rin sa TV5. Yung mapapanood natin mamaya, Korea kontra Qatar. Live din nating ihahatid sa inyo mula dito sa Mall of Asia Arena. Kapal ng ring! Si Bondarovic sa pagkakataong yun, ang layo ng take-off eh.
But give it to him because he knew that susupal pa rin siya ni Japet. Japet gave it a run as well.
Leo Campo in traffic, he turns it over. Johnson with Japet giving chase. Wala talaga para dito sa Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan on a 3-on-1. Bondarovic finally gets them a score. Just over 6 minutes na titira para sa Gilas to try and hang on para patuloy ang pangarap ng lahat ng Pilipino. Deo Campo for a 3. Bang!
Ronnie Bell, he's been one of our better shooters all throughout the tournament. Not really a great game last few games, but then he is going to be so critical pagdating natin ng semis at pumabot rin tayo ng finals.
Bukas na po ang semi-finals. Sa linggo naman ang finals, pati na rin yung battle for third. Live na live lang ihatid sa inyo ng Sports 5 dito sa TV5.
Imagine all the rest. Marcus Doughton is getting, Gabe Norwood, guys that have really put in so many minutes through the course of this tournament.
And another serving given Gilas Pilipinas here. Are we 5 minutes away from the semis? Larry for 3. No. Yargalya for the rebound. Pupukol kagad kay Johnson yung bola. Pero ang bilis ng depensa rin makababa ng Gilas Pilipinas. Flip shot ni Johnson. Huli si RDO. Ranidel nanulak na lang doon. 4 personal fouls on Deo Campo. 3-man substitution tayo. Coach Schott stood trying to keep fresh legs on the floor, Jason.
Gotta make sure, but at the same time, we are putting in fresh legs, but going back to it, Marcus this is probably the least number of minutes he has played. And he's had to play. Remember, he had to play extra minutes against Hong Kong. But today, given that we don't have a rest day tomorrow, ang laking bagay nakakapahinga si Marcus.
Hindi na naglaro ng fourth quarter si Doughton, ano? Late third quarter, pinalitan siya ni Junmar Fajardo. He has been resting ever since. Mikhail underneath. Stick back good.
Wide bodies, that's what they make use of. They may not be as gifted in terms of yung leaping ability at lahat, pero ang lalapan ng mga Kazakh.
Itong coach ng Kazakhstan huhugot na mula sa kanyang bench. Next dead ball, papasok yung number 9 for the first time si Mazin. He's looking for that magic bunot. Itong Kazakhstan as Gilas is just over 4 minutes away. Japet with a rebound and wisely will reset this attack.
Starting to smell more and more like a semi-final para sa Pilipinas.
Tenorio against Ponomarev to Japet. Puts it on the floor. Japet exploding to the basket for the exclamation point. Naaamoy na, Jason. Naaamoy na ng capacity crowd inside the MOA Arena at ng libo-libong at milyong-milyong nanonood over TV5 sa ngayon. Pintis pa galing kay Mikhail, and on the rebound play merong foul, and it'll go against Kazakhstan.
Give it to Japet Aguilar right here. This is what he's done much in this tournament. He has gotten to know the ring quite well.
Impact points talagang binibigay nito ni Japet Aguilar, and he is relieved here by Junmar Fajardo. Nalubog din siya na masigabong palakpakan ng libo-libo dito sa loob na arena. What a masterful performance here by Gilas Pilipinas. Started out in the first quarter, yung defense at yung hot shooting by the likes of Jeff Chan and L.A. Tenorio. Tapos pagpasok na second unit, yun na, nagpasabog na si El Granada, Jason.
It's just so many guys able to chip in. Of course, Guy David will be a headliner dito sa araw na to, but that first unit set the tone, and from then on, yun na yung kinarga ng buong Gilas Pilipinas.
So if we are just over 3 minutes away, dapat din tutukan natin mamaya yung laban ng Korea at Qatar para ma-scout din naman natin yung ating makakalaban bukas ng gabi dito rin sa MOA Arena. Tenorio off the crossover. Gilas wasting away the time. Alapag in the lane, flips it up, and
Many times that Jimmy is going to be facing a point guard that's smaller than him. Ito na pagkakataon din, iba na.
Kazakhstan looks like they just want to make this respectable. Pero Gilas Pilipinas, no mercy kind of defense ang ginagamit dito, Jason. As we take a look at this Raider Shine Third Shield Best Defensive Play of the Quarter, brought to us by Raider Shine Third Shield. Semi-gloss finish, dirt resisting paint, your best defense against dirt on balls.
Change that works both ways. Can Gabe Norwood some more rest for tomorrow because you know you're going to rely on him heavily, and can allow Gary David to continue the good feeling that he has by staying on the court and maybe hitting a number of threes to add on to what already has been an 18 points a game. 22.
O naman ay puta tapa, inabot kay Ping. Tenorio on the move. Na libre para tres. No go. The best 3 words this crowd has been waiting for all night long. Last 2 minutes yung in-announce, nalito itong si Sultanov. Biglang naglakad. Resulta na pagka-announce no last 2 minutes. Talk about lack of focus. Timeout muna tayo. Ating tignan ang ating ngiting happy, ngiting Pinoy. Siyempre, all smiles na dahil on the way to the semifinals na ang ating Gilas Pilipinas. Everybody in attendance starting to celebrate. Pati si Bossing nagte-text na panalo na ang Gilas, at tandaan natin na abangan ang pagbabalik ng Who Wants to Be a Millionaire this September yan dito sa TV5. Ano ba mag-apply din? I want to be a millionaire. Pag sumagot ka ng yes, bibigyan ka na. Hindi pa na.
Ano ba nakakanood doon? Ako lagi ko nanonood doon. Genyo. Kasi lahat ng shows natin dito pinapanood. Ako manood lang. Pati mo alam.
Alam yun, lalo pag si Bossy. Tagal ko nang inaantay bumalik yan eh. Pero Jason, eto, magbabalik din sa Final Four ng FIBA Asia Championships ang Gilas Pilipinas. 2 years ago, we were 4th place. Now, we at least get to equal that feat, but we have a golden opportunity to surpass it.
Now, there's a reason why we were bidding hard to get the FIBA Asia dito sa ating bayan. And ito na nga nangyari because Lebanon was unable to host. Because when you play at home, good call. It was an offensive foul. But when you play at home, lumalaki yung ring. Mas dumadali shumot para sa mga shooters. And it's been a given. You look at guys like Jeff Chan, Ranidel, Larry, all shooting over 50% from three-point range. And of course, that sixth man, yung crowd, has been unbelievable throughout more than a week that we've been here.
Pag-aabang na lang tayo sino ating makakalaban. Qatar takes on Korea mamaya po dito rin sa TV5. Also Simon Caso on Action TV. Kanina, nanalo na ang Iran. Binugbog nila by 44 points in Jordan kanina alas 3 ng hapon yun. And then just before this particular game, Jason, Chinese Taipei with a huge upset over China. So sa kabilang bracket, Iran kontra Chinese Taipei. Tapos tayo ngayon, Gilas Pilipinas will be waiting for the winner between Korea and Qatar. Hindi ka pa bibiliin? Mamimili ka?
I just want the Philippines to win 2 more games after this. That's all we need.
One more win actually will guarantee us a ticket to Spain. Pero syempre, the 2 games para champion. Big J a little entertained by that foul call as Sports 5 would like to thank the Mall of Asia Arena for all of their support. Seconds ang natitira bago tuluyan ang pumasok sa semifinals ang ating Philippine national team.
Up by 31, up by 30 points at the moment. Not a single soul has left the building because they want to see history. History para sa Pilipinas, history para sa Gilas. Remember, decades ago was the last time we were able to host a FIBA Asian Championship. And right now, we continue to allow this dream of getting back into basketball glory in Asia. We allow this to continue with another victory today.
Gilas Pilipinas barges into the semifinals in the loudest way possible. 30 puntos na tambakan yata katulad binanggit mo, Jason. What a performance up and down the order from our national team.
Yes, from the point guard all the way to the center, every player, they have really put an input into this game. And when you actually look at when you have an opportunity to look at the box score of this game, tulong-tulong talaga. Not one player played more than 25 minutes because it was a total team effort.
88-58 is our final score. Sa puntong ito, dumiretso muna tayo kay Erica. Kasama niya si Coach Shot Reyes.
Congratulations, Coach Shot. Just your thoughts on this excellent win we had against Kazakhstan.
Well, we wanted to make sure not to let this opportunity go by. So our entire focus was to just execute our defensive game plan. And we felt if we made enough stops, our offense would follow. And I think we did an excellent job on defense.
At this point, Coach, gusto pong malaman ng lahat, how ready are we for tomorrow's semifinals?
This is what we trained for. This is what we trained for all those months, all those 2 or 3 days, all the time away from our families. We gotta find a way to come back tomorrow and play even better than tonight.
Maraming salamat, Coach, at kasama niyo po kaming sumusuporta sa Gilas Pilipinas. Balik sa inyo dyan.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Coach Shot Reyes. Congratulations, Coach, and congratulations to all of our boys.
Yes, and one more, we move over to the next day, which is the semifinals. I mean, this is what sabi nga niya, this is what we trained for. This is why this tournament is here. And we put ourselves in a position that we had hoped for. Ito na talaga yung pinaka-setup na gusto natin. And we're just hoping that the boys are ready and they'll be able to perform tomorrow.
Paulaan pa ba natin sino best players? Sinisigaw na ng taong bayan kanina dito sa loob ng Mo Arena, Jason.
Gary David was the headliner today. That most definitely because of the 22 points and his hot shooting. But although Gary was the best player, it was the best team that won today.
So that'll do it para dito sa coverage natin ng Gilas Pilipinas. Pero standby lang kayo, Korea, Qatar, mananalo ating makakalaban bukas sa semifinals dito sa Mo Arena. Tutukan po natin yan. Sa ngalan ni Jason Webb, ni Erica Padilla at sa buong puwersa ng Sports 5 dito sa Mo Arena. Mag-umargin po, nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood. This has been a Sports 5 production of the FIBA Asia Championships. Welcome back inside the Mall of Asia Arena. And this is, at this point, the happiest place on earth. Daig pa ang Disneyland. Sa kasiyahan ng tao dito. The Philippines winning over Kazakstan 88-58, thereby securing a slot in the FIBA Asia semifinals. Nasa Final Four na po tayo.
Oo, in convincing fashion.
Yeah.
You know, ito na nga yung gusto natin tahakin na daan papunta sa World Championship, no? Gusto natin mag number 1 sa bracket, makaharap itong Kazakhstan. Ito na, tapos na tayo sa hurdle na yan. Ngayon naman, aabangan natin ang mananalo sa Qatar versus Korea.
Pero Benji, when we were watching this game, first quarter pa lang, ang layo na nung inabot ng Philippines, no? A very, very hot start for the Philippines and we never looked back.
Yes, ito yung, dito tayo nagkamali ng prediction eh.
Bakit?
Sabi natin mahihirapan dahil magiging iba yung laro.
Kasi nega kayo mga nega.
Sinabi natin na nabasa na yung laro na.
Siyempre, pa-humble naman tayo ng konti.
Oo, hindi tayo pwede magbayabang eh.
Alam mo, anong pwedeng ipagyabang dito?
Ano?
El Granada, Gary David, 22 points. 22 points for Gary.
Grabe, no? Ito si Gary David. And the whole tournament long, talagang sinuportahan siya ng sambayan ng Pilipino. And ito na, nahiya na si Gary. Ito na, nagpasabog na siya. And what a time for him to explode. Dito pa sa isang do-or-die game in the quarterfinals against Kazakhstan. At ngayon, sana madala na nga niya yung confidence na yan going into the semifinal round.
Dun sa inuupuan natin kanina, Benji, every time Gary had the ball, pag bitaw niya ng bola, tayuan na lahat. Everyone anticipating a Gary 3-point shot every time.
Yes, at kay katulad ng nangyari kasi nitong past few games, medyo hirap si Gary, no? And sinabi nga ni Coach Richard na talagang hindi siya pinabayaan ng ating mga kababayan at patuloy pa rin yung suporta sa kanya. And napakaganda nung pagbabalik niya ngayong larong ito dahil crucial itong game na to.
Over 17,000 fans ang sumugod dito sa Mall of Asia Arena to witness, one historic night. Hopefully, this is going to be the most historic weekend
Yes.
in a long, long while.
Alam mo talagang yung excitement, lalo pa nagbi-build up, yung anticipation for the next game. And everybody's pushing for one thing is that pumasok tayo dun sa top 3 para nga makalaro tayo dun sa World Championship.
Okay, let's alam mo, sobra saya ng mga tao dito. Gusto niyo ba ma-interview?
Sige.
Okay, go.
Itong mga to.
Kayong dalawa daw, go.
Okay, Benji. Mauna ka na. Okay. Champion mo na yan.
I-interview natin to. Okay, unang-una, ano masasabi mo sa game ng Gilas at sa game ni Gary David?
Champion tayo, Pilipinas! Laban!
Champion na kagad, ha?
Champion kagad.
Baka sabi,
Sigurado na.
quarterfinals pa lang.
Yan ang fighting spirit.
Ayan. Sige. Ito, interview natin. Sir. Ano ba masasabi nyo? Kayo, talagang, palagay ko, matagal nyo nang inaabangan itong ganito pagkakataon. Ano masasabi nyo sa laro ngayon ng Pilipinas?
Wala ka talo-talo. Wala ka talo. Gilas, mabuhay ang Gilas. Mabuhay.
Okay. Sino ba magtanong po tayo.
Okay, ito, maghanap tayo. Interview natin ang isa sa mga player ng
Korea.
ng Korea.
Ini-scout na tayo ng Korea.
Ito si Chris Chu. Chris Chu. Okay. Ano lang, sa tingin mo, sa laban na makakarap natin, kaya ba ng Pilipinas manalo?
Kaya, tiwala lang. Kaya.
Tiwala lang. Drop it. Okay.
Ate, ako, sandali. Dito naman tayo sa mga
maliliit.
Dito tayo sa mga bata.
Sa mga bata.
Bata naman tayo. Kaya, sige, may tanongin tayo.
Teka muna.
Ano ba naman to? Parang ikaw naman.
Yan ang masarap dito. Baka kalusot eh.
Hindi kasi ito yung mga kabarkada ko, ito yung mga ka-age group ko.
Total ka-age group mo yan. Ikaw na mag-interview.
Are you happy that Gilas won? Are you happy?
Yes.
Yes. How about you? Yes. Are you happy?
Yes.
Who's your favorite player?
Jimmy Alabag.
Who's your favorite player?
Gary David.
Who's your favorite player?
Mark Pingris.
Wow.
At tanungin naman natin ito, sino ang paborito niyong player?
Sige. Okay.
Bias.
Sino yung Sino yung pangalawang paborito nyo? Maganda ka dun.
Yan.
Siyempre, Hall of Famer ka eh.
Siyempre, hindi naman magsisinungaling itong mga tao eh.
Ito, tatanungin ko lang. Hey, anong masasabi nyo sa laro na kanina?
It was a great game. Go Philippines!
Okay, so we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. This is going to be an unforgettable weekend para sa atin. Good luck, Team Philippines. Patuloy na maniwala. And we'll see you tomorrow. Mabuhay!
Buhay, Pilipinas!
Mabuhay!
Summit Natural Drinking Water, the official bottled water of Philippine national athletes. Reach for it.
I think it's best we remember where we came from. Ako si Chot Reyes from Quezon City, Tubong, Malolos, Bulacan. Malaban ako para sa Pilipinas.
Ako si Jeff Chan, taga Bacolod. Nari ko na share, taga Quezon City.
I am Marcus Dalpit from New York.
Ako si Gar David, Tubong Dinalupia, Bataan.
Daniel de Ocampo, taga Hulugan, Tansa, Cavite.
Japet Aguilar, taga Sasmot, Pampanga. Gabe Norwood from Pennsylvania.
Jimar Fajardo from Cebu.
Mark Pingris, Batang Pusurbi, Pangasinan. Ako si Jason Castro, taga Pampanga.
Ako si Jamila Pag, California. Ako si L.A. Tenorio, taga Nasugbu, Batangas. Lumalaban para sa Pilipinas.
Remember who we're playing for, gentlemen.